IVM.
And presenting the IVM Likes, where the IVM staff sit down, hold hands and meditate. Then remove their clothes and discuss pop culture, things they like and dislike. All this because life is important, especially when you're lonely. New episodes out on the IVM podcast website, app, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Kripaya dhyan dijiye. The language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen, yaar. Don't be so conservative.
You're listening to Cyrus Says.
Yes, we have a Valentine's Day special. It's Cyrus Says, which becomes Cock and Bull, which now, thanks to reasons beyond my control, is Valentine's Day. With obviously my wife, because if I get my lover along, it'll be wrong and we'll be sort of allowing and endorsing adultery, which we should not do, at least not this year. We also have another strange man called Kunal Vijayakar who will make his presence in this show. Why, how, what he does in my life and in my romance, we'll find out.
Why follow your auntie's advice when you can follow Cyrus Says on Facebook and Twitter to stay updated about the latest shows?
As we roll this, of course, Valentine's Day around the corner, or probably past by now. But the Valentine's Day specials are doing the round, and I've been reading in the newspapers, Vistara Airlines, one of my favorite airlines, bar none, since I've only gone twice on the airline. Well, they've come up with a fabulous offer of, I think, $900 for tickets and things like that. It starts there. $900. Can you believe it?
40,000
Valentine's Day special.
Jet Airways
but here's what the whole thing is. Ignore that voice, please, ladies and gentlemen. The whole thing is that you take the $900 Valentine's Day special and take your Valentine and have a good time. Use it. Don't let go of the opportunity. All right? Don't do what I did.
Kunal, shall we?
Do it. Have fun, but don't tell your wife. Don't tell your wife. That's the whole thing. But now it's too late because my wife's already come here.
Where are we going?
What's the point now? You've spoiled my program already.
Vistara.
I lined up a nice gag. I did everything. You started talking in the middle.
Ayesha, your destiny is Vistara on Valentine's Day because
with you?
It's 900 rupees. 900 rupees.
But with
the only
whom?
way.
It's Valentine's Day. Is it you? Is it
Okay,
him?
so there are three jokes.
Or are the two of you going
was how you
somewhere?
go with your Valentine and commit adultery, right? Your joke is how cheap I am. And then your joke is about going with somebody else.
So mine wasn't a joke. Mine is reality. I'm stating a fact.
Okay, fair enough. It's called Cock and Bull, and we introduce our guest, Amit Doshi, along with Kunal and Ayesha.
Cyrus's Valentine.
Ayesha is my
Shall we
best
run away?
friend, and Kunal's her friend on our Valentine's Day special, Cock and Bull. We'll be right back after this.
Hey Meghnad, do you know how to citizen?
Hey Shreyas, do you know how to citizen?
Hey Meghnad, do you know how to citizen?
Hey Shreyas, let's just do a podcast about it.
Let's do a podcast about it. A podcast is called
How to
Citizen. In every episode, we get a new guest and discuss one chapter from the 8th grade civics textbook. Think about it as three friends revising before a test. And we go back to school. There's nostalgia, there's trauma, there are lunch breaks, there are favorite teachers, there are horrible teachers, there's everything.
So every Tuesday, we bring in a guest on the podcast and we ask them a very simple question. Do you know how to citizen?
Meghnad, I think the question is, do you know how to citizen?
But Shreyas, I'm asking you this question. Do you know how to citizen?
It's not me, Sai.
Now we start
Remember
the
who
show.
I am? Crochet and...
1 second. You realize we've not formally started the show and you're just talking like a mad person.
But I'm telling
But you
you.
realize that. Well, if you realize that, we can continue.
All right.
All right.
I mean,
So shall I formally start the show? You want to go on ranting for 1 minute?
what difference with
Go
you
on,
now?
finish your crochet.
Formal or... Huh?
Finish your crochet story.
Housewife,
But let me introduce you.
crochet.
Aisha is my wife. Our ex-wife. Guys.
I'm available. I'm available.
Wife with no strings attached.
After the show,
Kunal,
we'll know.
why are you here on a Valentine's Day special?
I'm on date with Amit Doshi.
Bichara Amit. We are looking for funding. There's only so much we'll do. Right? Right, Amit?
That is true, yeah.
So draw the line in the
I
sand.
think I'll leave you all together. Amit and I will have Valentine's Day
Vistara.
together.
Definitely have a better romance.
Can I join this party? It looks
Okay,
more
don't
interesting.
mock Vistara. I read it with my own eyes. $900.
What is
fares.
the fine print, Cyrus?
No,
There's
but
always
$900
fine
it
print.
starts with. Amit,
So
is there a
900
fine print?
Right, I'm sure there is, right? 900 rupees if you fly at 3 o'clock in the morning, going from Bombay to Delhi via Hyderabad. I'm sure you
And
get a
after
900
you bought a
rupee ticket.
40,000 rupee ticket.
Yeah.
No, what does that mean?
You buy a 40,000 rupee ticket, you get a 900 rupee ticket free. That's usually the deal.
You work for Vistara. It's a Tata company. Show some respect. You have shares there. All right. We're here to talk about Valentine's Day, and I'm going to use a Karan Johar sort of parallel here.
Okay.
If anybody talks rubbish, I'm going to press a buzzer and make a sound like this. Since I don't have a buzzer, we don't have a buzzer.
So shall we start then making the sounds?
Make the buzz.
This is the sound. Buzz. If that sound means shut up. Shut up. Shut up immediately.
And we can use that sound.
Shall we just practice?
Yeah.
Buzz.
No. When you say it sounds like a fart.
Then shut the...
I don't think this is a good sound at
Why?
all.
Okay, you come up with your sounds.
No, I'm not going with the sound. I think your wife should squeeze you somewhere and you should make a sound.
Yeah.
It'll be a nice, it'll be a sound.
Ours is a very family-oriented show. How can you talk like that? Just because nobody's going to squeeze you for the next 20 years.
Amit Doshi is there.
The only time they squeeze you is at the morgue to check if you're dead or alive. That's it. Sir, squeeze. Okay, Valentine's Day special. That's why we're here.
Sir, I'm a bit old for this.
Okay, why again? I don't want to sound sexist, but I'm going to buzz my way through you.
Your show is doomed. You're not getting a word in.
Okay, people will switch it off. Nobody will listen.
Buzz.
I'll happily go.
I have to start the bloody show. You two monkeys are talking rubbish. Can just keep quiet. Some order, some decorum.
Then why are
some
we
dignity.
here with all this apparatus?
Apparatus? You moron. If we don't have... How is it going to go to anyone? We can't just stand on the street corner and talk.
But then we're supposed to talk, right? If we keep chatting up
now
there.
you're behaving like some members of the ruling party who believe the airlines were invented by us 40,000 years ago.
Yes, they were.
Shall we?
Only Vistara. Only Vistara. The fares are from then. Amit, can you please start the show for me?
Sure, I guess, you know what? I think the first thing that we should examine is...
Why are they here?
Well, yeah, why are they here and who is your Valentine?
No, the Valentine concept has to be Ayesha. How can I mean, please.
I don't want to be.
Even if you're homosexual, and let me tell you, there's nothing wrong
But
with that.
I don't want to be your Valentine. You're a boss.
Even if you're gay, Kunal, with due respect, what man will want you? Forget woman. Come on, look at yourself.
Kunal,
The bloody headphones have gone inside your cheeks. They look like earbuds. Because your cheeks are the size of the gold gumbas.
Can I get a word in?
Yes, go ahead.
You want to go buzz?
Join me, listener, in buzzing every time I open the mouth.
Leave this crap.
You
shut up,
want me.
Oh, the real Aisha's coming out. Not so funny now. Gusta to ho gayi, yeah.
Should I start doing the same thing to you? Then we'll see the real Cyrus
I'm in
coming
pain.
out.
I've taken 2 combi flams. One for my...
What have you pain for?
One from
What
the
have you
squatting
done?
I did and second from
Then
you.
don't squat.
But what about you?
I'm on my way. Amit Doshi is there.
But Baba, the pain from you I'm saying.
What about the pain from you?
So you take a combi flam.
It doesn't work.
In which case...
I need something stronger.
Kunal, please finish what you were saying.
I've forgotten what I was about to say. I completely forgot. It's
Too much to hold a thought for more than 10 seconds.
15 seconds. Maximum. I
Congress will hire you tomorrow.
I don't know.
What are you doing? Go and tell us, are you a Valentine of anybody's? Have you ever been a Valentine?
No. Well, when I was very young...
Sir, don't be rude.
I'm trying to protect him from the questions that are going to come, and they're going to be mean ones.
No, it's okay.
Where is your girl? Why don't you have a girl? Have you ever dated a girl?
He's got plenty of girls, more girls than you'll ever
You
have.
don't allow me to bring the girls home.
Please, the door is open. Let me see who you can bring.
Nah, I won't buzz. I won't buzz at all.
Girls, Cyrus is available.
I will go to
Let
the High
me
Court
see who
and I will
comes.
put an MOU and understanding which we both will have to sign because you have said on a podcast, Amit, you're a witness. I don't trust Kunal. Amit, you're a witness. You have said...
I will pay the girls.
You
Come.
don't pay the girls. That's against the law. Don't pay the girls.
Come.
Don't pay the girls.
Come.
You don't have to pay the
Come.
girls. Just say, I am willing to share this beautiful man.
Who?
I am willing to give away this beautiful man. Take
So she said it.
Valentine's
She said it.
gift.
Now, this is not funny anymore.
everybody is hurt.
A wife who doesn't want a husband, now I am a lonely, sad man, and I should be taken by other women. In a manner of
When
speaking.
did you ever start playing the role of husband, Cyrus? You're the.
Tuesday and Thursday.
You're
I'm
trying to
husband.
be younger than the
2 days
children.
a week at least.
No,
I
you're
try.
trying
It's
to
a
be
funny
young.
show. It's a funny show.
It was a funny show. Now my buzz has stopped working. The battery's gone from the buzz.
It's supposed to be funny.
I can't help it if you've been in this bloody marriage from the day it started.
No, just
Kunal.
come on to me.
Mera number gaya. Number 3 pe Ricky Ponting. Yes, Ricky.
You've been, witness to all of this. Now you don't find it
Wait.
funny. I can't help it. I mean, it isn't funny.
By the end of the podcast, you'll attack Amit. So we'll be okay.
Amit, let's talk.
Okay.
Amit.
I don't know.
Valentine's date, can I ask you out?
Yeah, please. Absolutely.
Let's go somewhere.
Let's go somewhere.
Vistara?
Let's start.
Then what is the difference? What is the
What?
difference, really?
Difference between what?
The cheapness of your relationship to me, which you'll want to talk about. Give me now. Listen.
How is Cyrus? Is he really as cheap as he makes out to be?
You tell me, look at the clothes.
Okay. All right, I don't have anything
Question
to say.
answer.
Someone is laughing. I've never seen him laugh so much. What a bastard. I can't believe he's laughing. What goodness. यार 2 साल से दिल में था this kind of pain.
Full
Okay,
recovery.
Kunal, now talk.
Full recovery.
Otherwise, I will take Amit and go.
No.
Amit is more expensive than Vistara.
Amit
Full
is
airline.
asking questions. Ask.
No, so the other thing is like, so
How
I mean,
cheap,
like,
huh?
yeah, how cheap? I mean, like, some of the things really surprised me, like the lack of reading glasses because he's not being gifted them.
I
That's the one that
gifted them.
okay.
2 birthdays, reading glasses have come.
Okay.
And of course, he breaks everything. So
But Cyrus,
Not
what-
deliberately.
No, but I just
I didn't break it because it had nothing to do.
that's how come my reading glasses have lasted me about 6 years now. Not 6 years, 3 years.
Yeah,
I
but you
haven't
have
had-
3-4 pairs. Kunal has 9
I
pairs.
do not have 3-4
Kunal
pairs.
has 9 pairs.
I have 2 pairs which I
want to
guard
know
with
how
my
is-
life.
How is India a garib desh when Kunal has 9 pairs of reading
No,
glasses?
my question.
He's
And he
not
doesn't
garib.
read.
I have a
Doesn't read.
question.
Doesn't read?
No,
You
Instagram. He's a teenager. He's always on Instagram. You should know that.
That's true.
Sorry, Baba.
use reading glasses.
I have now. I
At
have
what age did you start using them?
just a few months have passed.
And 2 pairs have already been
No,
destroyed.
I've broken a few. I don't deny it, but I have one working pair and I have one pair with one arm. So that's a bit of a headache.
So
It's not an arm.
One
It's
leg.
a leg.
1 second. Let's stop here. Is it an arm or a leg?
I'm not sure
spectacle,
actually. Is it an arm or a leg?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Can a pair of glasses
A
walk?
danda.
Can a
Whatever.
pair of glasses
Yeah.
walk? Then it'll be a leg.
It's a stem.
It's a stem.
Damn.
I think at this point I will
glasses,
buzz.
stem is
Go on.
Okay, no, but so the
Yes, he's cheap to answer your question.
he is that cheap. Okay, all right. Yeah, I guess that makes a lot of
Supremely.
sense.
Ask Kunal. Kunal has a different spin
No,
to
but
it.
why don't you ask the question to yourself?
Okay.
You've been now working with him for how many
Over
years?
3 years.
3 years.
Yes.
Has he ever bought lunch to the office?
No,
Who pays for the lunch?
I do.
Who pays for
For the
everything?
taxis that he makes you hire for me
Ubers,
to go
the
to the
Uber,
airport.
The Ubers.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
That's because I don't carry cash. I've never carried cash. I'm
Never
against
quite
cash.
put it together like that.
that's
My prime minister
that
told me
is-
cash ek paap hai.
It's
And my
a
pop told me I
convenient
don't have
excuse.
cash. So between my real pop and the pop, I said no.
Fair enough. So then again,
So
okay.
what am I getting for Valentine's as a
That's the
consequence?
question, yeah.
Nothing.
You are getting to rub my side where the sprain is. And she carries this little ball because my wife is a marathon runner. She's pretty good actually as a marathon runner. So they have these balls and there's no pun
Yeah,
here.
we have balls and some of us don't have balls.
So I don't have balls and she has balls, if that's your point. And then she'll put the ball under my back and make me roll on it. Sometimes it's like a bakra.
Okay.
Because you're just doing this really stupid, awkward movements and I don't know. But apparently that's what they do nowadays.
It does.
So that's what we'll do on
It's
Valentine's
supposed to
Day.
help, that kind of thing. It's
You
supposed
think?
to. Yeah, it's supposed to
But
help.
it's very
Kunal,
awkward.
tell
very
us.
awkward.
You've used the ball.
Yeah, the ball works quite.
Kunal, do you have a ball on your back?
No, your wife put a ball in.
My wife's ball is on your back. It's a very strange relationship. I can't buzz my way out of this one.
Yeah, no, but it's one of those massagey things where it just.
For the record, let's just explain to people listening. It's a largish ball, little bigger than a tennis ball. More like a
cricket
It's a
ball.
physiotherapy ball. no?
cricket
It's
ball are bigger than that.
Those are fair. I mean, like, I think, yeah. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you see them around.
It's
I
a
mean, like,
hard
they're-
thing that
yeah.
you sort of
which you
massage
rub
your
against.
back with.
Yeah. Now we should stop.
Why are we talking
We should
about
not go
this?
I don't
any
know.
further.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
analogy is not helping Vistara sales
Yeah.
because they want to sell that damn.
So
ticket.
I think what's interesting. You know what the reason why we kind of tried to put this together, right? Is a lot of
because our
people
guest
kind of,
cancelled last minute.
No,
and there's another
actually,
reason.
this time we didn't have guest canceling. This time we actually we
Deliberately
decided
done
there
it.
we wanted to do this. There's intention behind it, but the thought was that. Okay, so we get a lot of jokes from people, or a lot of people kind of ask the question because of the way Cyrus talks about things, about how the three of you kind of are in like this
Healthy relationship.
I don't know if I would
Nah,
say
it's a
unhealthy.
super relationship.
I would say
Peculiar is
yeah,
a
it's
fair word.
unusual.
Peculiar.
It's unusual, right?
Why?
I mean, like three people
Kunal,
in this
you answer the
tightly.
question. I'm stuck. मैं तो फंस गया. What is your reason?
You only have me because Kunal was there. I would have left you on day 1, Cyrus. Day 2, I met him.
Just 1 minute.
The
Bastard, I should
relationship
bring
has
that crap
survived.
onto you. It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
Whatever. And now throw in the children into the mix.
Or children call
So-
up Uncle Kunal for demands only. We're all a bunch of thing. Hi Kunal, what are you getting me? That's the conversation starts like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's that's a good place to be as an uncle, right?
Yeah, I don't mind it at
Yeah,
all.
I like it too.
No, no, he's
Kunal is a
super
fantastic
indulgent.
uncle, super indulgent until they cross the line.
Uncle,
Impatience.
best friend,
But
mother.
impatience will happen. at
Nothing,
particular
no
finish.
impatience. The child got her mobile phone from where? Kunal.
But when he's driving the car, if poor Maya's singing, for example, he'll be like, okay, enough! Stop it! I can't concentrate. This is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. He reminds me of some fascist leaders. around the world.
I think
won't take
he's
names.
entitled to do all of that.
I'm fully fascist.
Yeah.
You're fully fascist. But you're not the only one in the room.
No, but when you're...
Want to get yourself?
No, I'm not fascist. I'm the last of the egalitarians.
Yes.
I'm not fascist.
Oh my God! I've just told Shamlal all about you abusing cops in the car.
I hate some of those people in uniform. They just get to me after some time.
I can understand that.
But why do I have to listen
Well,
to the rant?
okay, so
the windows are up.
Aisha, you see him every day. I meet him once a week. And in this once a week, I've
Can we
heard the
switch
story
places?
of the Azad Maidan cops who stopped him for no reason 4 times.
That's only this week.
There you go.
Cyrus is
You feel
referring
my
point to
pain. You
Azad
feel
Maidan.
my pain.
Life is around Azad Maidan.
Oval Maidan.
Oval Maidan there and Azad Maidan.
They're not
Bombay
that
Gymkhana
close.
in the
boss.
middle.
Correct.
Yeah, simple.
My 1 square kilometer of life.
His life is there.
Okay, listen.
And then he comes home and lies down on the bed and says he's worked really hard.
Where should I lie down?
I don't know,
Oh,
Cyrus.
you're acting like this is
Don't lie
abnormal
down.
behavior. All people who come home lie
Don't
down.
lie down.
What do you do when
going.
you go home? You stand like a statue for hours? What do you do? You lie
What time
down,
do you-
right?
But the
Say it,
question
say it,
is,
you lie
what
down.
time do
Don't
you
fear
come
her.
home?
You don't have to go back.
No,
I have to go back.
At 12:30?
No, I come
After
home
lunch?
I come home at like 9, 10 in the night.
So
There
I
you
do.
go. So then he has to come and lie down. What do you do?
You go for a run and come back and lie down. That's 6 in the morning.
That is such a lie.
And you don't even
That
bathe.
is such a
Without
lie.
bathing.
All right, don't you lie. You're going to get kicked.
You don't have a bath after running.
Cyrus,
I have to say
I will
the
use
truth.
profanity on the show.
But I can't lie to
We're
my
allowed
people.
to now.
I can't lie to them anymore, boss. Please have a bath after running.
Are we allowed
Cyrus,
to?
don't
We are
talk
allowed to.
crap,
You are
all
allowed
right?
to?
Now we're
Okay,
allowed.
shut the fuck up.
well done, yeah. Well done. Super. Say it again.
Excellent.
Sounds really mature. What are you playing with your lips
Well,
for?
nobody can see that.
Amit, we have a structured show here. We haven't started it.
We don't have a structure for this
Yeah,
show.
but you want to ask them some questions
Yeah,
about...
no, so my questions
okay,
are around
next
that
shoot,
only.
You spent
No.
16 minutes just freewheeling about rubbish.
Yeah.
And Aisha's been bullying me just like I'm at home. I come here for some peace of mind, man.
I understand
Aisha, be
that.
nice. Because people think that you're a mean person. A lot of my people write in and say, why is your wife
But
so angry with you?
can I say something?
Yeah.
I think
No, why?
Cyrus was very stressed about the both of us coming here today.
Okay.
Very quiet in the car drive.
Oh, really?
He
Saying, where the
realizes that
hell am
we
I
will not
bringing
let
these
him
two
talk.
people? This is my Tuesday
In my
afternoon. Do I get
defense,
to myself?
I had 2 combi flams. So that's
Yeah,
also
so
part
then
of the
that
reason.
also-
Only
okay.
one for the back.
No, but I really do want to kind of understand a little bit more. Like, I mean, like, how does this work, right? I mean, I think about friends
It
that I have.
works seamlessly.
This is not like the parliament proceedings.
No,
or
it's
something.
difficult, man. I mean,
18 years and counting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you. I don't know if we answered this the last time, but basically she and him Kunal used to fight a lot
Okay.
initially, as in she resented him being around.
Okay.
Now
That is so not true.
She searches for him from morning to night, so much so, and I'm going to say this once, and he's going to get angry with me for saying this, but I swear by God this is true. Unfortunately, it's not visual, so they can't see what I'm doing with my face. When Aisha calls, when we're in the studio shooting, he picks up the phone, looks at the phone, looks at me, and the eyebrows hit the fan. Ah, Aisha.
But this is true.
And don't you lie. Don't you lie.
But listen,
So now it's
Aisha-
reached a point from being enemies to she can't leave him alone.
Kunal and I
She
were
doesn't call
good
me.
friends
She
long
does not
before
call
you
me.
came into the...
Stop it.
Kunal!
Also, you know, I agree with you. And please
Don't lie.
understand,
Who
Aisha.
went to Kochi together?
Who went
Quiet.
together?
Who went to Kochi together?
Quiet.
Where was the
But
husband?
look,
in your bed?
if you make a point about the phone, I have to respond to it.
Please respond.
Okay.
Why do you make that disdainful
It
look?
is the same face that I'd make when my late mother would call the phone also in the middle of a shooting day. I'd
Right.
say, oh God, what is this? It's not the right time to call.
Yeah.
So I'll do it. This is not a big deal.
And
what is there?
Can I describe the faces you make when he calls?
Wait. 55-year-old Kunal Vijayakar is equating Aisha to your late mother. So giving a maternal status for yourself. Okay.
Proximity.
So you're like 75, 80 now in his
No,
eyes.
I'm like his mother.
Yeah. It looks like
Familial.
that. Because they went to Kochi together. Now this is a story you
What
must
is the
ask them.
story? What is the story of
Spin
Kochi?
this story for me.
What is the story of Kochi?
So
Yes, please.
we both
My husband is artistically
challenged.
challenged, and how?
Uninterested.
Who else to take?
Aesthetically, not artistically challenged, aesthetically challenged.
Okay.
In every department. Every single department. Kunal and I
They are
bond over...
trained artists, like commercial
Yeah,
artists.
Okay.
You know, so...
JJ and Sophia.
Which is why this whole relationship has survived.
So there
Because,
is-
you know, you show Cyrus a painting and he'll say, oh, it looks like me. Or it doesn't look like you.
And Aisha
It was
always
not
draws
meant
fat
to.
women so that I lose interest in women. I don't know, every time it's like a fat woman, I say, who's this? No, it's a real woman. But she draws very well and all
Okay.
that. But she never draws a sexy woman. I remember going to France.
But you have your porn magazines. Why should I know you
Not
sexy
that magazine.
women?
Now everyone uses even I caught up.
Okay,
Magazine,
so then,
you threw them all out. Don't
I
act
did
innocent.
because they had no pictures.
Years of
that
hard
day.
work, robbing and not returning. Like
There was
most
one.
Indian men.
Why do you think that phone has no memory left? Okay.
And the
It
other
doesn't
one had
work.
virus.
It's full of
They wiped the whole
viruses.
phone out.
Yeah.
They've all seen that phone.
And the children, my
He's a
poor
tech
son
geek.
came
Amit
one
is a
day and
tech
said,
geek.
Mama,
He
there's
can't do
something
anything.
dirty on Dada's phone.
It was Kunal. Wherever we got lost
No,
in our
but
conversation.
that's an awkward conversation that you must have had to have.
Now, what are we
If
talking
your
about?
kid found porn on your phone?
My children were born at the age of 1. Michaela saw Kunal driving and saying, "Oh fuck, man, missed the signal." Or abusing in Marathi because Sanjay the driver missed the signal. So don't worry about porn and abuse. My kids, they went above them. They learn how to tune out.
We
as my
still try.
friend said.
I still try to protect them, Cyrus. But Mikhail
Protect them
was
what?
given your
After
phone,
Kunal, the second
your
worst
phone,
tongue
and
is yours.
came back and said, "Mom,
Oh, he's not innocent.
there's only
He's a 16-year-old boy. He's not innocent.
This was when he was about 7 or 8.
Yeah. Now listen to me. You have been
Scarred
using
him for
profanity, abusing me, your husband.
next question.
And all that in front of the kids. So the kids are there. What do we do? With modern kids, they listen to all this.
No, they're going to hear that. So you can protect them beyond a point.
In fact, they've even asked me, Daddy, how come you're so sweet and calm and never use bad language? Because Kunal uncle and Ayesha
That
uncle.
halo is glowing over your head. Amit, next question.
Because I'm the guy who says he's like, kind sir, can you move the car? I mean, really. Oh, we have to take a break apparently, and you all have answered not one question. This was the Valentine's Day special. Ayesha, the love of my life, and Kunal, her best friend. Two artists in search of expression. We have so little in common now when I think about it.
Absolutely not. We have lots
Actually,
in common.
Kunal and I have some in common, and Kunal and her have some in
so
common.
there's a Venn diagram.
And
which
you
is-
and I have
nothing.
Yeah.
And Cyrus and I have nothing in common.
No, we have a little bit in common.
What, the two children?
No, we watch Netflix and you put on boring Korean films about gay men who
And
just
who
passed away.
cries? Hello?
Of course I cry.
Hello?
Because the
Who
most action in the film is the guy getting buried. I mean, for God's sake, where do these pictures come from? Who finances them? It makes Sanjay Leela Bhansali look like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, suddenly you hear all this sort of,
choking.
yeah.
Gurgling.
And you look this way and there are tears streaming down his face.
And it's always something
And what is
innocuous.
it?
The guy's playing golf and he's missed a hole or something. I get
Some
really
little
upset.
boy, some little dad, they're having a conversation. Cyrus is weeping copiously.
I have a lot of pain in my life, Ayesha.
Okay.
We'll take a break and I'll address that pain.
All right.
Valentine's Day special with Amit Doshi, Kunal Vijayakar and Ayesha Broacha. Not in that order, for sure.
Filter coffee is a fascinating beverage. You need to pick the right beans, blend them in the right proportion, roast them to perfection, and slow brew at the right temperature to get the perfect cup. Which is exactly like great conversations as well. You need to track down the most interesting minds, get them into their zone, and settle down for an unhurried, unscripted chat. And coffee for me is always, always, always best enjoyed with friends. I'm Karthik Nagarajan, and do share my table as I meet some of the most interesting people I know and sit them down for a strong cup of coffee and an even stronger conversation. Join me every Wednesday for a freshly brewed episode. This is not frappe. This is the Filter Coffee Podcast.
Okay, back here on a show which we call Cock and Bull VD Special. VD for Valentine's Day.
Yes, it is.
In Kunal Simon's venereal disease. You had one part
I
of
did,
that.
yeah.
How did you get out of it? What happened?
Candid B.
And homeopathy.
Yeah.
2 pills in the wrong orifice.
Pill, no. Candid B is a cream.
No, I mentioned homeopathy after that. Could I keep up with my speed? Even though I've got copy phlegm, I'm still, boom, boom, boom. All right. Amy, straight away.
Well, no, I'm just trying to think about what else to ask you.
Please. But,
and-
don't you want to ask us how we spent or will spend depending on...
No, so first I want to ask, how have your Valentines been traditionally,
Right.
right? What are the kinds of things that you have? What are the kinds... Have you
I'll
done
take
anything
that.
interesting?
Yeah, I'll answer that. My Valentine's, sorry, I shall go first, have been fantastic. I think Aruna now is married, settled down. Shaheen doesn't call me ever again. Yeah, I've settled.
After all the 2 names you remember.
I looked at my wife and decided to back off.
Bullshit! You don't have any more. James, that is a black book of yours.
Even if it's fiction, if she's in a bad mood, she'll bring it up. You know how she is. Tell them the Bombay Gym story from yesterday. Tell them a Bombay Gym story.
Tell us the Bombay
Today
Gym
you had the same moment in the car.
What Bombay Gym story? I
When I called and said, are you free for lunch? Post a shoot, I'll come and this and that.
But you tell the story.
What is the story? I wasn't hungry at 10 o'clock. I'm working.
Yeah, and
I can't be thinking
at
of lunch.
12:30 she says, now come for lunch. After we've already cancelled
But
it.
I was going for lunch anyway.
Okay, let's not get into our personal issues. This is not that kind of show. Call up doctor or
Yeah,
whoever.
but so have you had what are the kind of memorable Valentine's things that you guys have done?
Zero. Amit, what? What have we done?
Asha, I've taken you out for dinner.
Oh, you know,
I've
profanity.
Have you not done anything romantic? Have I never done anything?
Can I interject?
Yes,
I think,
please.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the third observer.
Yeah.
Third observer?
He's the Venn diagram. He
all
completes
Bloody
it.
Venn diagram driving me mad.
All the answers to all your questions lie in the first question you
Okay.
asked. Are you really cheap?
There you go.
So if you what have
So
you
marketing
done?
has failed
So when
against
you
people
say
like me.
what did you do on Valentine's Day, think of the first question.
I see.
Are you really cheap?
We'll loop it. Every time. Are you ready?
Wow.
Look, I bought her a TV. I bought her a house.
sorry.
I bought her
That's
a
not
fridge.
Valentine's
I bought her a microwave.
That's not
please,
Valentine's.
don't.
That's not Valentine's
I have
Day.
written our names on a tree in oval.
Why?
Okay.
Whose names?
Many.
So that's somewhat of a cheap Valentine's, I guess.
Yeah, but I've taken you out, Ayesha. That's really unfair. We're old
And
now.
who paid?
That doesn't matter. We've always done. We did things in the old days. By the way, I remember going to that
I didn't pay.
intercontinental.
You didn't pay. Kunal
One
paid.
Valentine's
I
Day.
wasn't there. Did I send money?
Not going. You weren't there. Where did we go? He's
Once
making up
intercontinental, we
stories.
went once. One Valentine's. The one that looks onto the sea. That hotel. That outdoor thing. What's it called, Kunal?
Cyrus is South Bombay. At least that you should know now.
No, but what's the name of the restaurant? You know what I'm talking about.
The
So
one on the first floor.
the terrace
pavilion,
thing, yeah, you know,
Pavilion something.
Wait,
Long
you-
pavilion or something.
Not Ambassador Baba. The one that looks on intercontinental. Look into Marine Drive. The Lebanese like thing and all that.
Intercontinental. You have never
No,
taken me there.
that's
and-
at the Taj, yeah, the
No,
Lebanese.
No, I
Marine
know
Drive.
the
Before
dome.
CCI.
But-
Dome.
You are what you're
Again,
imagining
Dome. Do as the
stories.
Domans do. I remember this.
We have never been there.
I took you to Dome. It was
So,
very
somebody
expensive.
else
And
must
you
have-
drank alcohol also.
Don't talk crap.
I told you in the car, don't drink
Somebody
alcohol.
must have invited us.
Expensive. Nobody invited us. I
You
took
must have needed somebody to find the place.
Mikhail
I
was
must.
1 year old. 1 year old. We went, two of us. I remember this as clear as day. It was about.
when
It cost me some
Mikhail was
3-4
one-
grand.
So
then.
when Mikhail was 1 year,
That's 15
old,
years-
15 years ago.
Yeah.
That's your Valentine's
That's
Day.
your go-to story.
That's my story.
That isn't even true.
It's true.
It's not true.
It's called Alzheimer's, baby.
It's
it happens
not
to
true.
everyone, sweetie pie.
Yeah.
Hota hai sabko. Don't feel bad.
I
What's my
remember-
name? What's my name? See, it happens. It's okay. Sorry.
I don't want to remember.
There you go. So now you don't remember Valentine's Day. It's not my fault. And it was banned at that point. Let me tell you.
What
by the
was
government.
banned?
It was banned by parts
It
of India.
wasn't
They were breaking
Valentine's
things
Day.
and all.
Cyrus is mixing it
Yeah,
all.
Arey
No,
Papa, it was-
nothing
then why
zero
would,
was ever.
why would we go to the dome, just two of us?
We didn't.
We did.
But we didn't.
We've gone on 3 dates in 20 years. I remember all 3.
No.
I even have the bills. Yeah. Anyway, that's my point is that I have taken you. I've offered to take you for movies and all that. You said no. You just play with me.
Sudden silence.
Oh my God.
So why don't you take her out this Valentine's Day, Cyrus?
I don't want to go.
It falls on a Thursday and the traffic is just a bitch, man. It's a
But
bitch.
Thursday, Friday is
No,
off.
I'm going out. We have another party planned.
Who's going?
I'm going.
On your own?
You're welcome to come.
Oh, I might have to check my schedule.
I'm there. So?
What about Kunal? Let's talk about Kunal and Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Kunal, what are your Valentine's Day stories?
I haven't had a girlfriend in the longest time, so
Okay.
I have not.
You go to
been on-
Thailand. He goes to Thailand twice a year.
Hey.
Okay.
It's okay.
But I don't go to Thailand twice a year. I go to London twice a year.
You bloody rich man. You call the guys from Thailand to London.
I'll come with you to Thailand. Come.
Not London, huh? It's too expensive.
And you can do whatever you
Let him
want.
answer the question. Stop
London.
burying him in jokes. Yeah, say.
No. So no, nothing. I haven't. I just remember
Don't be boring.
when we were
Kunal,
in
make up
college.
stories.
You were
No,
an
how can-
artist in JJ. You were a romantic. You
Yeah.
used to dress up
I'm
like
still-
Dev Anand
I'm
and
still romantic.
peer from trees and women when they were changing and all that before Me Too started. You don't remember all that?
No, never did all these kind of
You
things.
told me when we were drinking. You used to tell me these
I think the
stories.
biggest thing for Valentine's Day used to be this thing that used to happen in college, and since I'm talking
Was Raj
about
Thackeray
college,
part of it?
which is such an old. No, they used to give roses. This used to be
Yeah, I
Rose
remember
Day
that,
and
Rose Day.
Valentine's Day. I think used to be the same sort of day.
Was it the same day or was
But
it
in
different
Marathi, do
days?
you say Roj or Rose? Rodza. So it was Rodza Day. So what if you say this Rodza is closed?
It's not the same, sir.
I'm just asking.
You have to brush
So who did you give a Rhodes to? Who did you give a Rhodes to?
Everyone give me, man.
All the men gave you Rhodes?
All the girls used to give me.
Are you serious, Kunal?
Yeah.
Like some sarcasm. Artist's point. Parody. What is the point of this story?
It's the truth.
It's the terrible thing. I don't want to hear it.
Nothing else.
Rubbish. Ayesha, what about you? Before me, you must have got a lot of male attention, no? When you were young.
Plenty.
Yeah. So did you get any Valentines from people?
Lots.
Tell us one happy story.
I mean, as a comparison, you don't compare.
Instead of abusing and ridiculing me, just tell a nice happy story from your life.
Sai, living with you for 18 years has dulled my memory. I've forgotten all the good times.
Everything is relative. It's like a theory of relativity romance-wise. So it's always me compared to everybody else.
But I mean, what else?
What else? Yeah,
I feel like Manchester
What
City
else?
or one of these
I remember the
football
good
teams
days.
that
It
always
feels
comes
like this, sunny horizon over there. And now I'm in this grey field with you. Valentine's, this big heart is behind me. But now, what's the point?
So you don't love your husband? Oh. Ouch.
What are we doing for Valentine's
Should I music
Day?
or something? Please, for that little awkward pause, please, God. That was very painful. I gave you an option to say something nice and I asked you whether you love your husband and you said
What
no.
was I supposed to say?
Yes or no? It's one of those questions which define the person's relationship.
I'll
I'll give you one more chance. I'll give you one more chance. Do you love your husband?
We'll save it for another show.
Right.
You think people are going to come back to wait to hear this answer? No. Tell us now.
Their loss. What can I say?
You have no nice story to tell. You're talking about romance.
About you.
No, but before me, where was the romance? There must have been some romance.
Plenty, Sai. Now,
Say a nice story. Did somebody buy you balloons? What?
More.
And then he was very skinny and took off. With the balloons.
This is your joke now?
No, just my way of trying to show my wife.
Next question.
Okay, we go into the AMAs?
Yeah, let's go into the AMAs.
Let's go to the AMAs.
Hello, everybody. It's been another awesome week on the IVM Podcast Network. Please follow us on social media if you aren't. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus talks to comedian Neville Shah about going to the same school as Freddie Mercury and how difficulties in life make for great comedic material. On Paisa Vaisa, Anupam is joined by the very first guest he had on his podcast. Mahavir Chopra is the Director of Health, Life and Strategic Initiatives at CoverFox. They talk about new online ULIPs and why they're worth your investment. On How to Citizen, Meghnad and Shreya speak to comedian Abbas Momin, that's our very own Abbas, about understanding laws. They try to understand our free speech laws and what exactly is dissent. On the Filter Coffee podcast, animal activist Anand Siva joins Karthik Nagarajan to talk about animal cruelty and environmental conservation. On Geek Fruit, Tejas and Dinkar are joined by producer Janam to discuss the mind-effing films of Christopher Nolan. They talk about his beginnings, his first films, and the moment where he became the modern-day god of cinema. We have a Valentine's Day special on Advertising is Dead. Varun's guest is none other than his wife Pooja Johri, who is also CEO at The Glitch. They talk about how they balance their personal and professional lives, how she's made creative people work under a structure, and a lot more. On Golgappa, Rajshri Deshpande of Sacred Games fame talks to Tripti Khamkar about taking up challenging roles as an actor and her social work initiatives. And with that, let's get you on with your show.
If you have any questions for Cyrus, write to us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Or you can send an email to whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
We are back here with the AMAs, which Aisha calls VMAs. But VMAs
What is
are
VMAs?
Video Music Awards. MTV started. We went twice.
Try.
Free. The cheap man took you. Cheap man took you to New York. Cheap man took you to Frankfurt. Cheap man took you to Thailand.
Didn't take
cheap man
me.
took you to Jaipur.
I came with you so you could find the location. Do you remember?
There was no GPS, Amit.
And you are asking me what am I doing in the middle? I'm not there in the middle.
You are in the middle, right?
No.
You're part of...
Because if I ask
I'm
Alex
not.
Kurula, can I take Aisha and Kunal, then there'll be
No.
there's a limit.
No, I'm saying, look at the discussion. This is there.
No, but
No, what do I do with Cyrus?
Orbit.
I navigate for him. I drive him. I get him to places. So you have not taken
But I
me.
have taken
If
you.
we went to the dome, it was probably because you didn't know where the dome was and you needed somebody to take you there.
No.
That's
point
probably
is,
what I was
have
doing. And
taken you
Mikhail was a year old and I
around
took
the
Mikhail with
world,
me.
I have taken you on work assignments and all, and I figured out ways
That
to
is
get you
such
there.
crap.
And
That's as this Pooja girl who goes with you. She's probably been on more work assignments
that's
with you
these
than I.
silly events that we do. What I'm talking about.
But will you stop fighting this? What is this nonsense you people are doing?
I'm trying to
This
show
is
the
supposed to be
lady.
a funny show.
There should be some gratitude.
Sorry.
Where's the gratitude? There's
You're
no
just
gratitude.
going on at home in your bloody bedroom.
32 cities I've taken her.
Stop
all
it.
Over. I've made sure. And she'll say, no, somebody else paid for it. Of course somebody else paid for it. That's not the point. I organized it. Amit, let's start.
Okay, let's
Sorry,
try it.
sorry.
All right, so you know what?
You should be, young lady.
I'm not liking this thing in my face.
For
Yeah.
what?
This whole confrontation, she's saying. It's a metaphor.
No, this.
The actual
I
mark.
can't see anybody.
The
It's purposely been put there. Amit
okay.
is a sexist. Huh.
Yes, Amit, go on.
Okay. First question, what is the best Valentine's Day gift to give somebody? Not the one that you received, but the best one to give somebody.
I would say leave of absence. Very often people they overrate their position in relationships. I would say if you take off for a day, it'll probably make a lot of people happy.
Vistara, air ticket?
But now you're saying $900 will actually be $40,000. I'm a little worried about that. It all
comes down to that, right?
The question
is absolutely on point.
Yes.
It all comes down to that.
The question that's in the top of your head goes back to the first question. All right, answer the question.
What do you think? What's a great Valentine's Day gift to give somebody?
A little bit of space, I think.
No, that's what I said. No, come on.
But it's the same. I agree with you finally.
Something romantic and nice. For our age, maybe hair color. I think hair color would be good.
No.
This is obviously practical.
No hair, grey hair. You need the hair color. None of us.
Kunal?
He's also grey hair.
Right.
Hair color for you.
What is the best gift, Kunal, you've given someone or received?
I haven't, as I said,
all the girls gave you
apple
They used to give bloody roses, man. One rose, and then you know what happens to a rose, and after about 10 minutes, it goes like that.
You give it back then?
Yeah, you give it back. No, well, I think a good Valentine's Day thing is a nice holiday. Go somewhere, nice place, go eat nice food, drink a little wine.
You do that every day?
No.
Sounds like
in a nice atmosphere. See the sun go down. To sit in space and peace without talking to each other. No, I'm not. Working is a little overrated.
Telling me, I cannot endorse that more. Yeah. Highly overrated.
What do you mean? I don't understand what you guys mean. How is
he's
working?
Starting from sundown to sunset.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I'm just checking whether he's working.
No, but on holiday you do this.
It's not a holiday in India. It's against our religion and culture.
It's not.
It is.
He said.
Ask the Ramsene. Mutalik, my favorite. You wouldn't remember names now.
Yeah, no, but that's Bangalore and all.
No, it's all over India.
Oh, Shivsena also we had issues over here.
But Shivsena has now got a very young man leading.
That's true.
So nightlife is they're promoting.
Sanjay Raut is not young.
230.
Okay, sorry, you meant Aditya. Okay. Carry on. Next.
Next question. How often do you wash denims?
I don't wear denims.
Pallavi Kulkarni asking.
Pallavi, I don't wear jeans. I don't wear pants, but I did wear jeans to some events, so somebody will wash it.
How often do you wash denims?
Yeah.
You want any problems with washing machine? Don't talk to my wife.
No.
Yes.
I was in boarding school and we used to wash our own jeans.
Right.
And so jeans was a good option because you could wear them all week long, before you needed to wash them. So
once a week?
Yeah, before they start getting kind of soggy.
You wear denims. How many times do you wash it now?
Now I don't. So I chuck it in the washing machine.
No,
but I wear them
then,
about 3 times before I throw them in the wash.
Yeah. As you get older, you start wanting to wash them a little more because you like the feel of washed denims.
No, also you don't wear denims because they're just too hard to wear.
Yeah.
Actually, I wear jeans all the time and I don't like to wash them that often.
I heard you jump into the wash with the jeans on.
No, I don't.
No, that's all right.
I would try not
You can do that, but then try taking those jeans off.
I've seen my son do that.
But you try taking those jeans off.
He walked into the shower with the clothes on and washed everything, clothes and him.
That's what?
Oh, it's Parsi.
Yeah, okay.
One time.
There you go. But time is it more than one?
But I don't think he was wearing denims.
But
nobody wears denims in our house.
But if you...
Sorry, you were trying to say something, Kunal.
If you get fully wet in
what are you trying to say?
Denims, if you get fully wet in denims, they don't come off.
No, they don't.
True, they're the most
It's impossible.
Have you got in the rains?
Yeah. Damn difficult to take off.
But you don't wear denims at all now.
Very rarely.
Very rare.
Very rarely.
So we're not the only person who can answer this is you.
Yeah, so I wear them all the time, and I don't wash them. I wash them once a week or so. I like them to get. I feel like the more you wear them,
how many
the more
denims do you have? How many pairs of jeans?
I don't know, 5 or 6.
And they all look the same. You couldn't tell the difference.
They're mostly blue.
No, they're mostly blue, but they're somewhat different. Some are darker.
Only
some
to
are
your
lighter.
eyes. I've realized that, so I've stopped buying jeans.
But
nobody knows the difference.
There's
You're
some
wearing
dark,
blue.
some
I
light,
think
there's
Indians shouldn't wear anything below. We're a poor country. Why are we wearing everything?
He's talking, sir.
Sorry, go on.
No, that's fine. I just they're all different. I think that they're different. So I mean, they're different.
Do you have names for your jeans?
Yeah,
Bobby,
jeans
Chintu.
1, jeans 2.
That's it.
The blue jeans, the light blue jeans, the slightly ripped jeans, the dark blue jeans. I have.
I can't understand the torn jeans.
Better, no, you can have.
What's with the torn jeans anyway?
They're just old jeans which are really comfortable, and I don't want to get rid of them.
People pay good money.
You can buy them off the rack torn, by the way.
I don't buy money. I don't buy money.
It's a style, man. It comes and goes. Styles come. Torn jeans are in. People buy torn jeans.
There was a picture of Malaika. There was no jeans. There was only her.
Yeah, but that is.
But now shouldn't Malaika appear like that only? She looks nice.
Don't even put that on.
Kunal, why don't you appear like that?
I do.
Change society's image.
I spent
Why should
all
only
my
pretty
youth
women
wearing
be
torn
wearing tight
jeans,
clothes?
showing my legs.
This is because all the women
My
in
shorts were the
Zay
shortest.
chased you.
Really short shorts.
Oh, we remember
I still
those.
have good legs.
We remember those.
You should have
I
taken
still have
all the girls with the
extremely good
roses
legs.
to Dome.
And what I envy about your
And
legs
say
is there's
all
no
roses
hair
lead to
on
Dome.
them.
Yeah, I think
Not one hair on his leg.
No, I lost all the
But what
I
is she
lost
doing?
all the hair on my
How
leg.
does she know about his
because of
legs?
Because I
That's the
look.
question.
because of my dry skin. I think skin is dry, so hair is all gone.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. I did not know that happened.
But why is your skin dry?
Genetics. My grandfather had the same feet, my mother had the same feet, and so do I.
Okay, let's move on.
Didn't return the feet to your
Let's
grandfather?
move on. It's not a
What kind of person are you?
dermatological show.
Right. Amit,
So
next
Cyrus
question.
says he hates all things that are slow. They bore him, and yet he loves Deathmatch cricket. How is this possible?
Deathmatch cricket
This
not
is from
slow.
Normally Crazy.
It's long,
Oh my
not slow.
God,
Slow and long
it
are two
is.
different things.
Deathmatch cricket is
It's
slow.
not slow.
It is slow.
Oh God, no! Did you watch yesterday?
I did not watch
Why
yesterday.
would we watch
England West
yesterday?
Indies. I mean, it's been a
It's like
fantastic
dying
series.
a
Fantastic
slow
series.
death.
No, it's not slow at all. They're misinformed.
What are they doing standing there? They just stand there.
Aisha doesn't like sports. This is one of the
I know,
reasons
But it
where we
is
just don't get
slow,
along.
man. So cricket generally
So,
is
Cyrus,
slow.
the
Deathmatch
two
cricket is
people who spend-
particularly
It's
slow.
stop-start sport. Okay, it's stop-start sport. That's the difference. Stop-start, like
I
chess.
like stop-start sport.
Stop-start,
I
set
like
pieces,
stop-start
ting-tong, ting-tong,
sports.
ting-tong, like that.
I like sports.
Sorry
with
about the
stop
sound
and start,
effects, but
but this one is insane. This is
No,
just too
stop
long,
it,
man.
stop it. No, we'll do this answer for another day. It'll take 15
Okay.
minutes. Yeah, Kunal, tell me.
What?
What were you saying? You interrupted for no reason, wasted our time just now.
Nothing.
What was the question? Something about him being doesn't like slow.
He does, so he hates all things that are slow. We've had a conversation over here.
Have
where
you
he was-
seen him get off the bed when I have to fold the bed
But I do that
cover?
deliberately.
He's a
Because she wants me to-
bloody sloth.
That's because
Oh my God, slow.
But I do that deliberately, ladies and gentlemen. I will not deny it. I just to irritate her because I know she wants to always. Why do you want to fold everything? Who folds everything? When you're out of town, I leave the cover on the bed and sleep on it, and nobody's the wiser. Why do you have to remove? Why do people do that? Why do you have to remove the cover? What's wrong with sleeping on
It's
the cover?
called a bed cover.
But I like sleeping on it. It doesn't make any difference to me. Why do the extra effort of taking it, shutting
But
it, folding
I
it
don't
correctly,
like it.
neatly? That's about 20 seconds of your life gone.
I don't like
You can't get it back.
And what are you going to do with those 20 seconds?
Scratch myself.
But what difference does it make?
It does make a difference. No, she makes you get up, then have to stand. Then she takes a long time to fold everything, and she folds it all neatly, man. It's so irritating. I hate neat. Neat really gets to me.
Okay, so we answered your slow question?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Very
All right.
fast.
The Prime Minister started a new train which is very fast now. So
Is it?
Vande Mataram Express. So I'm
So
No, it's
there's
called
a lot of bullet trains and
Vande
stuff like that.
Vande Bharat Express. That's right.
There are a
Yeah.
lot of bullet trains and stuff like that going to be planned.
Flying left, right, and centre.
We'll
I'm
see
very
where
scared
that
that they'll come in the way of traffic now. It's just all over the place. Trains. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, this is Vishal Lokwani.
Hi, Vishal. I shall say hi to Vishal.
I have recently got a job as a key account manager in a company in sales. It's been a month. Every day I find it very difficult to get out of the bed and make it through the day at the job. What kept you going in the initial days of your first difficult job?
Just get married. You'll leave for work.
No, but first difficult job, right? Everybody's
I
had
didn't-
first crappy jobs, right? So, I mean, like, how
Kunal,
did you keep
Kunal
going
had a
through that?
longer stint as a conventional
with,
worker.
with the grace
Kunal
of
would
God,
think of
I've
lunch.
never had a crappy job.
You never had a crappy job?
No.
Really?
I've liked everything that I've done.
Really? You've never had a crappy job either?
I still love going to work.
No, but you've never had like a shitty job?
Being a wife?
No.
Really? Wow, you guys are lucky. Have you ever
lucky,
had a
lucky.
shitty job?
I hated
I haven't had
every
very
job.
many jobs, but
I worked in Shunyata production house. It was crappy. The people were nice. I worked at the Kunyas where Kunal was. It was crappy. So, one or two people were nice. And I worked anywhere else. That's it. 2 conventional jobs.
Okay.
Terrible.
I've had some really shitty jobs. I had a job as a telemarketer when I was in college.
You're one of those guys who irritate us.
I was
Can
one
you
of
do the
no, so
telemarketer voice?
I was inbound. Thank you for calling GTE. How can I direct your call? Oh, I don't remember the rest of the script.
Wow, Amit.
So you were a phone voice.
I remember this voice.
So
He was
I
a phone
had
voice. He does
basically
sex
I was
voices
doing-
also now.
I was doing
What
incoming.
voices?
He does sex voices in Vietnam.
Really?
Yeah.
Show me a little example.
What's the Vietnamese accent? What's the Vietnamese accent like?
North or south? Stop it. That's racist. What,
It's
so what?
Vietnamese.
No, that's not Vietnamese. That's racist. You're just being racist.
oh,
I don't lose my 2 Vietnamese listeners. Why are you doing that? Say sorry.
I'm sorry.
God, stop it. Not funny. Not funny.
Okay, so let's do this as the last question. And I think, I'll ask all of you guys this, though I don't know if anybody's going to know the answer to this. Almost all the hosts of IVM podcasts have been on Cyrus Says.
Yeah.
But Cyrus hasn't been on any of their shows. What show would Cyrus...
This is not a compliment. This is like an insult. It's because we desperately want them on our show, but nobody wants me on their show.
I've been
How can you ask me this question?
I've been an ardent listener of that Amit Verma show. The show is too intelligent for Cyrus. Okay? Then there is...
You made fun of his accent.
So the second show is Naveen's show on homosexuality.
Stop it. Bloody.
Which is the other show? You've got something on business which he has no idea about.
Yes. There are some shows where he'd be good on.
No, wait. The nerd thing, the
Geek Fruit.
pop features, so nothing there. Tech, nothing there. Market, nothing there. Markets, stock market.
That is true.
Financial
he
planning.
could be on Akash's show.
Which is?
Vartalab.
The storytelling.
Storytelling.
Oh, that
that
lies in
is
stories.
Who's going to listen to his stories?
But if you
I
have...
tell you every day. Stop laughing.
If you have...
the engineer's going berserk every time she says something bad to me.
If you have a show about lipstick and makeup, Cyrus may be able to contribute.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, that's my thing.
We don't have that show yet.
I don't leave home without my lipstick and my makeup. And my prejudices towards Vietnamese people and their accents and men who prefer the love of men. Thank you, Mr. Kunal Vijayakar. I'll play that all day.
You can't play anything. He's the man who's going to do it.
He's very happy to play it. What is it of ours? Amit has to face the flag.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
But before we wrap up,
yes.
let's say something nice about each other.
Yes.
What about Valentine's Day? We forgot.
No, forget it. It's only one day in the year. Now we have to consider so many other days to go through. 15, 16, 17.
What is your plan for Valentine's Day this year?
I don't have one, Amit. I asked you out. Answer me.
See, Cyrus, you all are
goes.
together. I am most probably having dinner with Rishi K of the radio fame.
Right.
So you all can...
Have you seen Rishi K? He should
No,
know.
I'm going out.
He should never eat again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you like us to have a meal together?
No, sir. I'm going out.
But with other people?
Yeah.
So it's worked out fine.
Then Cyrus, I'll cancel Rishikesh, you and me. Let's go.
Thursday evening means Netflix. Now I'm going to the Tom Selleck crappy show, Blue Bloods.
Really, really funny for the two of you guys to go out for dinner on Thursday.
But we go out all the time.
Yeah.
On Thursday specifically.
I don't think the day is going to make any difference,
See,
Amit.
we haven't gone out for
Monday,
dinner
Tuesday,
per se
Wednesday,
now.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
We haven't gone out for dinner per se because Cyrus now does not leave home after 6 in the evening.
That is what I'm seeing as well,
doesn't
right?
go.
No
Okay.
alcohol, no
So alcohol is out of the question, but we don't
No
go. We used to go out with the children. I always used to go out for dinner, just generally
Older
as
ones
a family.
A lot of anger in this comment.
Yeah. No,
Aggression.
but
It's subtle.
there's nothing subtle about it.
There's nothing subtle.
There's nothing subtle about it. No, but
Cyrus is no subtlety. I'm never subtle.
I'm
He's
very
moved on.
sympathetic to that particular thing because I've been having these arguments with a bunch of my friends as well. That we don't have to do everything at your house. We can go out.
Yeah, correct, correct.
That is.
If the traffic wasn't so bad, it would be okay.
But it's his car and his driver.
It
You never
doesn't
suffer
matter.
the traffic.
Traffic is still bad, and you
But
are
I've
abusing in
loaned
the
you,
car.
Ayesha,
And
as a friend to go out
But
in
she
the evenings.
also doesn't want to go. She's complaining about traffic.
Anup Dote?
I can't.
Opposite?
That's not a bad idea.
I'll find you people. Amit likes to go out in the night.
So Amit comes home at 10 o'clock in the night.
Isn't that when you wake up?
No.
Listen, you attend all the parties and events now, so you need somebody to go with you. Abbas, are you free?
I'm looking for new friends now. That's why.
Why do you try a girl for a change? Something from the other side.
Including girls.
No, but just give it a chance.
Sorry, you haven't seen his Facebook page from yesterday.
18-year-olds?
Girls,
16
it doesn't matter.
Should I call
Girls,
the police? Let's
he
call
is
the police.
luckier at this point in time in his life than you will ever be.
You know why I'm not lucky?
Listen, I have...
Because I'm married.
That's your problem.
And I'm happily married.
Your excuses
Every day
are
I
your
go
own.
on my knees and thank God and say, God, thank you that I'm
Whatever.
happily married.
Okay.
Then I cry for 15 minutes. But every day I do thank
Whatever.
God. Yes.
But
yes.
he is luckier than you are.
God, of course.
If that's what you want to call Kunal, that's what you want to call
Right now
Kunal.
he is God. Because he can choose his Valentine's Day. I got no option. I got to say Happy Valentine's Day to you. Which is great, which is lovely. Now I'll say some nice things about my wife. Right. Give me 2 minutes.
Please.
I got nothing. Kunal.
You have got to say nice things about me.
No, about Ayesha. You can.
Oh,
say.
she's a wonderful person.
That's a generic.
She's tolerated for all these years.
He's going straight into Miss
My
India.
God.
I want specifics.
The gold medal I got from the last marathon, I
qualities.
should have your name put on it for having survived you.
Did I not offer?
And your father
Did I not
and
offer
your
to drop
mother.
you and not pick you up? Did I not?
I can get myself there, Cyrus. You have never dropped me. And
4 in the
picked me up
morning.
For the racing, the running.
It's a thing that starts. Even watchmen don't report to duty. 4 in the morning. So I said I'll drop you
For the marathon.
For the marathon. Yes.
There's 4 in the morning reporting for the marathon.
Yeah,
Really?
they run at 5.
And they shut the roads.
They shut
I
the
know,
roads.
I had
So you
you're
once I dropped
supposed to-
them, and then I couldn't get out. This is what my problem with police
yeah.
continue. I'm like, now I'm dropping at 4 in the morning. मैंने क्या किया? And no, बंद है, emergency. But I don't look like a pregnant woman running to the hospital.
I had somewhat
I
of a
do now.
disaster this year during the marathon. A very close friend's father passed away.
Oh, God.
Lived on Pedder Road.
At the time.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
so with a bunch of friends decided to go there. had to get down at Kemp's Corner and walk all the way
But even
from
for
Kemp's
this-
Corner up to like Jaslok.
But they didn't...
With the father.
No, not with the father. To go to the guy's house
Sorry,
because they
I
wanted to take the body out in the afternoon. I was very close friends, so we had to go for that.
This idiot, it's just the sanctity of the whole moment went out of the window.
I did not hear what you said, so I did not
You can
come to me. I can see everybody
shower.
laughing, so I know that's some extremely inappropriate joke.
Yes, after Vietnam and homosexuality, this is the third one. In just a matter of 15 minutes, the prejudices have all come out and oh my God. This guy in public, I can't believe it. Arnab Goswami is an angel. Angel next to you.
What do you think about that? A normal cock and bull-ish topic, right? You heard about Arnab Goswami's being sued?
No, but I would like to.
No, so he's being sued over the Sunanda Pushkar case.
Correct.
Where he pulled out some information. I thought we should do at least one normal cock and bull topic, right?
Let's set it up.
Yeah, no, so basically he's being sued by Shashi Tharoor and that he should not have gotten access to this information. Yeah. And so they want him to reveal this.
This is information from the police, Delhi police.
So it's information that we don't know where it's come from.
It's under
forensics.
Yeah. No, so it's information under forensics. We don't know where it's come from. So Shashi Tharoor has sued him, saying that he should not have.
How did he get access? But then how do you? If somebody's, he just has to say somebody's left the stuff behind. So-called well-wisher has given it to him.
But the fact is, what really kind of aggravated me yesterday when I was reading about this and looking at this is all these left-leaning liberal journalists, right? Were all of the couldn't happen to a nicer guy. This guy is a blot on journalism. I'm glad that he's being sued. And I'm just like looking at that. I'm just wondering, what is the commitment to free speech the so-called liberals in this country have?
My God, you turned this, haven't
you?
Yes,
I did.
Your support staff, Kunal is appalled.
There are two arguments on this issue. One is the legal argument of whether certain kind of evidence should be set out in the public.
It's not. There's no legal argument. It should not. The point is, how did he get it?
No.
How did he get it is different. If I left it for you, anonymous person, left it on your doorstep, it's not your fault.
No. But
if I left, he's going to say that. He's going to say, I don't know.
Don't give him ideas.
But obviously, you don't have to be a...
That's not the point. The point is, but you received it, and then you also went on air.
No, but I mean,
you put it on air.
If you're a journalist, is it not your responsibility to go and try and find this kind of information?
So this is the second argument. The second argument is that journalistic freedom, everybody's got sources.
And you don't have to reveal your sources.
And not just that, I mean, like, it is your duty to kind of go out and do this kind of thing, right? Because power is always going to want to try and hide things which are not flattering.
So there are two sides to democratic world, people try and get stories which are unorthodox and against the system sort of thing, so where nobody's going to help you and give you, let's use the word dossiers, dossiers at your doorstep. But Amit, I'm surprised. So now, where do you stand in this whole thing?
Yeah, I'm really irritated with people who are supposedly on my side. I just really am, because when I was looking at that yesterday, I'm just like, dude, what are you talking about? How are you saying that this guy should be in jail? Because if we start jailing journalists in this country, it's not the Arnabs who are going to get
misunderstood. Their emotional reaction to this is about the defamation and the fact that there may not be any truth in all his stories.
Well, your last
and their reaction is to that, not against the whole process.
If we start jailing journalists in the country, it will not be Arnabs.
It's not the Arnabs who are going to go to jail.
Well, if you're going to jail people, I have a list. Not necessarily journalists. Ayesha, not you. I love you. You're my Valentine. You're my... Give me some words. Google love romance fast. Give me something, man. You're a bird on a wire. You're a fly in the ear. Give me something. All right, as we wind up here, Kunal, end this show nicely because it is about Valentine's Day and love, and like we have a nice sort of friendship, me and Kunal.
Yes.
And how does Ayesha fit in? Give us something.
Well, I think we've had I think anybody listening to this conversation will realize that there is.
No, they'll realize that you have strange issues with Vietnamese people, with homosexuality, and with people who've lost their father.
I don't.
And with us.
I like
Vietnamese people.
You're beyond bigotism.
You listen to
beyond
us.
It. Your prejudices are unparalleled.
Every evening, and then you have a problem with everything that we say.
But where is the problem?
By the way, let's talk about you for a minute. You sit and correct everyone, Mr. Googleskar. Who the hell are you? He's not a father. He's never had children, but he'll tell me how to be a father. He's not a husband. He's never had a wife, but he'll tell her about marriage and how to work. My father, my dog, he doesn't like animals. He'll be able to handle the damn dog. And poor people, rich people, everything. Why are you being friendly? Never be friendly. It's not. I mean, it's unbelievable. This man thinks he's invented the world, and you all go after Arnav and Donald Trump and people like that. Please, Kunal is the worst person in the whole world. Am I right? Am I right, Ayesha?
Not entirely.
Not entirely. There is a ringing endorsement.
She wants to keep it open.
Little part is bad.
You sound like a politician, Ayesha Broacha.
Some issues.
Yeah.
Here and there.
Oh God.
All right. Anyway, wishing everybody who's allowed to celebrate it happy Valentine's Day, and for those who are not allowed, happy 14th February. We don't want to get into any controversy, whatever happens. All right, Ayesha, give us a kiss. Thanks. Okay, stop it,
Noise that
Ayesha.
you were going to make?
Ayesha, stop it. You sound like a Mawali. Ayesha, stop kissing me. People are listening. Kunal,
He taught
aapki
my
bari.
daughter to do this to people on the road.
Okay, we're launching a new show called Dating is Garbage. The truth finally revealed about dating. Hosted by Janam, Surbi, and above all, Abbas. Every episode, they'll sit around with a guest to discuss the ups and downs of the dating life. Here's a little snippet.
It's way better to be rejected on a dating app because you're like, that guy's a dick. He didn't even talk to me. He didn't even meet me. I'm a unicorn. If he met me, he'd like me. But then when someone meets you and then they're like, no, you're like, what?
Yeah, that's true.
You genuinely don't like me.
Yeah, what do you mean? I mean, I have a face attached to that body.
It's true. I put 23 years into this personality.
You don't like any of it? Not even this part?
I laughed at all your jokes. What about that part?
What about you, Johnny?
I don't think rejection on a dating app would hurt even a little bit because you would just be, I would be indifferent to it. I would be like, yeah, okay, I have other people to talk to. I'd rather get the attention from them. But being rejected
in real life.
In real life, after meeting someone, and especially if you felt that the date has gone well and then the person suddenly stops talking or says like, hey, this is not working out.
I'm also talking in terms of rejection. Like, so again, on a dating app, it's different. But imagine walking up to someone at a bar and saying, hey, I like you. Would you like to, I mean, this is all hypothetical. Never happened to me. But like, imagine walking up to someone at a bar and then get rejected. So this is your first time talking to a person. How will you will be shattered. But like, mostly.
Honestly, I think I would be really high of the adrenaline of talking to someone at a bar. If I ever attempt that and even if someone rejects me, I'd be like, did it though.
You did it
I
though.
did it.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Have you done it?
No, I've never spoken to someone at a bar. But I have spoken back to people who've tried to talk to me.
Check out the first 2 episodes right now on the IVM Podcast app, website, or wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps. Please, we beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter, on Cyrus Says In. Or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
And that's what Cyrus says.
Advertising is dead. Yep, you heard me right. Advertising is dead. We're all in the content business now. Let's not call it news, TV, radio, etc., etc. It's all content, and we're in the middle of this weirdly exciting phase where all the borders and lines that have been drawn over decades has been swept away by this lovely thing called the internet. We're a show where we don't dwell on just the stuff that is now, but rather the wider stuff about advertising, media, content, and the whole goddamn circus surrounding it. Tune in every Tuesday for our weekly unboxing of the mystery box we used to call advertising. I'm Varun Dugirala, co-founder and content chief at The Glitch, and this is my new podcast, Advertising is Dead.
Do you wish you were smarter? Well, so do we. But the next best thing?
We could make you sound smarter.
And to help you with this endeavor, we are Simplified, a podcast that attempts to break down the complex world around you with a little knowledge, a lot of poor jokes, and a ton of random trivia.
Episodes out every Monday
On the IVM Podcast app or wherever you get your podcasts.
See ya!